Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. If you're planning on towing a trailer with your Ford Maverick, then you're going to need trailer wiring. It is required by the law. Now let's take a look at how I completed this universal trailer wiring installation. You will need the following tools and supplies to complete this installation. We will begin with our tailgate down so we can remove the taillights. Now remove two fasteners with an 8mm socket. We now need to pull the tail light rearward. Use a little soapy water to help lubricate the body pins. Two body pins at a 45-degree angle. Now unplug the tail light by lifting up the red safety latch and then depress the tab to remove the adapter. Now repeat for the other side. Use a sharp object to cut away some tape and expose more wiring for testing and installation. With the vehicle running, we will test our wiring and find the appropriate signals. Do note that vehicle builds can change and our color callouts are just a starting point. You must test for your signals. Our color combination was purple for the running lights and the white with a green stripe was the left turn signal and the stop signal. We're now ready to install the wire harness. We will need to bring our brown and yellow wires into the taillight cavity, but the red stop signal will first be spliced into the ground wire. Because there is no separate stop signal on this vehicle, we need to splice the red wire to the white ground wire, but we do want to retain our ring terminal. There are two ways you can go about this. You can install a fresh terminal, tapping them together, or insert a butt connector and tap them that way. These are not provided with the kit, and I will be using a heat shrink connector. If you use a heat shrink butt connector, melt it with your heat source of choice. Now, pass your brown and yellow wire into the taillight cavity. This can be done without a fishing device. Do not lose the wires. Tape them back or zip tie them in position to move forward. Insert your Scotch lock onto the desired signal wire. In this case, yellow left turn is a white with green stripe. Now insert your second tap in on your brown running light, and in our case, a purple taillight wire. Remember, you must test your specific wiring. We need to route the green wire to the passenger side taillight. Let's jump underneath and take a look. Our first obstacle is making sure we do not touch the exhaust pipe, so we're going to wire the green wire over this bumper beam attachment point. There is a very small channel above it, enough for this wire to get through. Now pass your green wire into the passenger side taillight cavity. Now install the tap-in on your green wire, and in our case, gray with a purple stripe for the right turn signal. For ease of installation, pass your white ground wire into the driver's side taillight cavity. Secure the ground wire to the metal vehicle body using the self-tapping screw. We can now begin our power wire installation. I will be using this U-Haul exclusive Power Wire 1. It is an OEM grade power lead with built-in resistances, and it is not included with the kit, but it is available for purchase at your nearest local U-Haul Hitch Center or from the link in the description. Now let's jump to the passenger side rear seat for installation. Lift your back seat to expose the battery. Our wiring access will be down here underneath the trims, so let's remove them, beginning with this one. Gently pull up on the trim to release it from the vehicle. There is one difficult body clip in here. You may need a trim panel tool to help release it. Next up will be this trim encapsulating the battery. It will peel from right here. There is another stubborn body clip right here, and another one right here. You can now remove this panel from around the battery. Now you can see the large access point we're going to use. There are small little channels in here that we're going to pass the wiring in, but let's go ahead and go underneath and remove an underbody panel to gain access to this. Here is our access point. Remove this fastener with a 10mm socket to gain access. So here you can see the tubes You can cut to gain access anywhere into this grommet and get the wiring into the vehicle. Now we'll pass the fuse holder end of our power lead into the vehicle. Now we'll go back in and pull it through. Next up, let's loosen this 10mm fastener so we can access the battery and remove the plastic cover. Now you can gain access to release the clip and gain access to fasteners. This will not fully remove, it is still attached underneath. Let's just slide it out of the way. Use a 10mm wrench to remove this fastener. Place on the ring terminal of your fuse holder and re-secure this fastener. Now go ahead and recover the battery terminal with the two covers. Now return the battery bracket, insert the wire into the fuse holder, cover it with the cover, and move forward. We can now route the power wire rearward, securing it with zip ties along the way. We're going to want to route the power wire over this exhaust bracket, over this rear cross member to this wiring, but we need to make sure we clear the heat shield so that we can pull it into position above the heat shield. Now, follow your green wire back to the converter box by going behind the plastics and above the bumper beam on the driver's side. Now connect the power wire to the converter box. Again, I'm going to use a heat shrink butt connector not included with the kit. Now secure the converter box using double-sided sticky tape. The end with the wires is potted material and it must be facing down to prevent the buildup of moisture. You can now route the 4-flat connector to the receiver to be mounted. We will pass through this channel here, and it can be found here above the exhaust pipe. Pass it over the cross tube here at the center, and now let's check out the different options for mounting. You're now ready to mount your wiring onto a bracket, and depending on the hitch you have installed, there are 3 different options. There is a hitch that will be down here that you can attach the wiring bracket to. This is not included with the wiring kit, but it can be picked up at your nearest local U-Haul hitch center or ordered from the link in the description. Another electrical bracket, which can be purchased off the shelf, can be mounted to the hitch when the factory knockout has been removed in the case of our installation. This, coupled with the same 4-flat bracket, gives you a place to mount your wiring. Use the clamp provided with the bracket to install it to the hitch. Tighten it into position and fold the screw back, and we can now tighten this with an 8mm socket. Now install the second bracket into position using hardware provided with either one of the brackets. Now tighten this hardware down using a 3/8 wrench and a Phillips head bit. Now wiggle your 4-flat connector into position of the bracket. Use electrical tape to secure the tap in to keep it from opening in the future. Now plug in the vehicle's taillight and return the fasteners. Now reinstall your underbody panel by beginning on the forward edge and sliding it into the wheel trim. Now return all the underbody fasteners. Return the underbody panel and the 10mm fastener if removed. Now secure the loose wiring in the vehicle compartment and return all the trim. You can now install the provided fuse. If you've installed a power wire one like me, the 10-amp mini fuse is not included with the power wire. You will need to provide. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can even download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.